What's up guys, Joey here, Tech, and I'm still here in the Bay Area after the launch of the Samsung Galaxy S20 series and the Galaxy Z Flip. But over the last couple of days, I've been using these, the newly launched Galaxy Buds Plus. Since the original iteration, these guys have gotten quite a few improvements. But they still do lack some things I personally wish would be included in the next generation. Anyway, let's check them out. On the surface, physically, nothing has actually changed. Both the buds themselves and the case are the same size and look exactly the same as the original Galaxy Buds. The case is still very pocketable. We still get a Type-C port and wireless charging support. The buds are still, in our opinion, the most comfortable true wireless earphones you can get your hands on today. They're snug enough that they won't fall out when you work out with them, but comfortable enough that your ears don't feel any fatigue after extended usage. And while they don't get any rating for sweat resistance, you can still definitely use them when working out, which is great. My only major comment on design is the magnets holding the buds in the case. I wish they were stronger. I mean, they do their job. It makes it easier to put the buds back in the case and they're held in perfectly, but if you shake it, they do fall out, and I don't think that should be the case. Now, to be honest, I personally don't have that much time spent with the original Galaxy Buds. I've mainly been using the Sony WF-1000X Mark IIIs for the last few months, but my friends AJ and Miguel have been using the original Galaxy Buds as their daily drivers for about the past year. So with regards to sound quality, I'll be using their insights for reference. We found the listening experience from the original Galaxy Buds to be only slightly above average, so if you're not an audiophile, then you'd be satisfied. But for such a small pair of earphones, we get punchy lows and they can get really loud. Now, while those sentiments came from my colleagues, I can say I had the same impression. Now with the Galaxy Buds Plus, there is a definite improvement in audio quality, especially since we now get dual drivers, a dedicated tweeter and woofer setup. Unless your hearing is accustomed to loud volumes, you'll have to cap your maximum volume to around 80%, as the dual driver combo is surely ear-piercing at 100% volume. Though I will say the mids and highs are still clear and bass is punchier compared to the original Buds. But I guess the biggest thing here with having dedicated tweeters and woofers is that the Buds need a little bit of help. You can change up the EQ a bit with the Galaxy Wearable app, and I found that the bass is punchy as hell whether you go for the bass boost or dynamic presets. So I found myself going for the dynamic preset more often than not, so whether I was listening to Queen or Kanye, I was getting the best of both worlds. The tuning from AKG isn't perfect on the normal EQ preset, but I give them an A+ on the other modes, especially dynamic. I was also impressed with how spacious a soundstage we get with the Buds Plus. While listening to The Smiths' This Charming Man, both Morrissey's vocals and Johnny Marr's iconic guitar riff had enough room to shine. Now let's talk about mic quality. The Galaxy Buds Plus now have 3 microphones per bud, allowing for improved calls, as well as with the ambient sound feature in the Galaxy Wearable app. It's enough to let in noise from the surrounding environment and even hear someone talking in front of you, which is great for when you're commuting. On the opposite end of this aspect, when ambient sound is turned off, if you're able to get a nice seal on the ear with your earbuds, there can be a bit of a passive noise cancelling effect and audio quality will be even better. But that's one of my main gripes with the Buds Plus. Having mostly used the Sony WF Mark IIIs, active noise cancelling is definitely what I'm missing the most. And I do hope Samsung either releases a noise-canceling version of the Buds just like what Apple did with the AirPods and the AirPods Pro, or even better, include noise-canceling as a standard feature in the next generation of the Buds. However, we have to talk about an upgrade over the last generation that I do really love: battery life. The original Buds could last up to 7 hours, then you'd have another 7 hours worth of charge in the case. The Buds Plus now have 11 hours of listening time plus another 11 hours worth of charge in the case. Now that's a huge upgrade, one that will especially be loved by those who travel a lot on long flights or those who like using them while working. Connectivity-wise, it's solid. You get support of course for Android but also iOS. Although if you do use an iPhone, you'll obviously get much better connectivity from AirPods, no doubt. Last thing I want to cover here, the touch controls. The capacitive touchpads on the Buds Plus still aren't perfect. Sometimes they're too sensitive and you can't really be too fast when you're double or triple tapping, or else you might get the wrong input. What I love about them though is that thanks to Samsung's new partnership with Spotify, you get an additional function where you can long press to have Spotify start playing. Even better, when it's already playing music, long pressing will start pulling up tracks similar to the one you were just listening to. It's really easy and intuitive, you don't even need to pull out your phone. Now to wrap up, all of the products Samsung launched at the Unpacked event are winners, and the Galaxy Buds Plus are no exception. While it still lacks a few things to stand at the very top of the true wireless segment, notably active noise cancelling, it's still a great product nonetheless, especially when you consider that Samsung hasn't hiked up the price. The original Galaxy Buds launched at 6,990 pesos, and guess what? The Galaxy Buds Plus will also be priced at 6,990 pesos. Now on a more personal note, will I end up switching from my Sonys to the Galaxy Buds Plus? Well, I'm going to be flying back to Manila tomorrow, and that's about a 12-hour flight from San Francisco, so it's going to be interesting to see which one I prefer. The noise cancelling from the Sonys or the comfort from the Galaxy Buds Plus. If you guys are curious on which one I end up choosing, follow me on Instagram at JobyDoge, and I'll be making a post for my verdict. Anyway, that about wraps it up for this video. Now, what do you guys think about the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus? Let us know in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads, and be sure to visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. This has been Joey, and keep flexing, bros.